Welcome to the fourth episode of Rustie Sheep. It's Sunday, so this means podcast day for me. I've been looking forward to it the whole week. I'm not so nervous anymore. I know what I want to talk about, and I have some few contents for you. Yes, let's do this. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Yeah, this is me talking about my passion, knitting, and everything around it, of course, the yarn, the books. And this week I could talk about the book. It finally arrived, the magazine, the Lane magazine book finally arrived. I got it on Wednesday, and as soon as I got the email, I had to collect it. I got it during the day, and then as soon as I finished work, went to the post office and collected that book. So here is my book. I was on a waiting list for this book. It had to be reprinted. It's just a lovely book. There's so many nice patterns in there, and I don't know which one to make first. So who knows? I'll just make all of them. It will take a lot of time though, but still. As you can see here, let me just, I always open the page, like, look how beautiful. It's, see if you can get a bit closer. It's so many nice patterns in here. Let me just see it. Look at that, for example. Oh, I love this book. And last week the title of my episode was I love new yarn smell. I love new book smell as well. So yeah, it's just an amazing. The photographs in here are really beautiful. It's a really nice book. It wasn't a cheap book to buy, but my dad gave it as a present, so I'm really grateful for that, and I'm really happy. Yes, I did get another present for dad, yarn related or knitting related, so thank you, Dad. Yeah, I'm really happy with this book. Wednesday was an exciting day because not only did I have a book that arrived, I also bought yarn and I went up to collect it. Last week I talked about the web shop Haggis and Tweed that is located just close by, and she, yeah, as I said, she's moving or she's doing something with the website, and she has a lot of yarn on sale. And one of my friends is pregnant, and I think she's due in about 4 weeks. And I bought some yarn for the kids so I can make a nice cardigan or jumper or both. I've been and have another knit project as well. I cannot really say for whom it's for because yeah, the person that is pregnant, she's not willing to reveal the sex of the baby, but I do know the sex of the baby, so I'm not telling for whom it is because then I will spoil the surprise. So, but first, I have acquisitions. It's in another bag. Oh, I bought Jameson double knitting. You can see it's in the rosewood color. It doesn't really come out nicely on camera. It's got brown in there, a bit of rusty color, nice blue in there. It's such a beautiful color. Got 7 of them, but mind you, they're 25 grams. Okay, that's not a normal bowl of 50 grams or 100 grams gain. Yeah, look at that. This is going to be a baby jumper or a cardigan, but something baby, okay? um, the nice thing was that my friend was actually looking the day before for that color, and I only needed like 5 or 6 to make them, and she had 7 left in the store, so I just bought them. I was like, you never can have enough, and it's DK weight. You can use it somewhere else as well. So yeah, I got stash. I still need to add them to my Ravelry, and I know I have in the 90. If I check my Ravelry, I think I have more than 90 skeins of yarn already. So I need to start doing like using my yarn instead of buying extra yarn. But mind you, last week that yarn I bought wasn't for me. That was for a friend, and she actually bought it, so it doesn't count. But yeah, I bought this, and I couldn't help myself. They were on sale. That's the perfect excuse for me always. They were on sale. It's a sale. But yeah, I got all 7 of them, and I just went to pick them up on Wednesday as well. So I went for a walk, and I texted my colleague saying, "You want to go for a walk in the city?" And we did a nice tour, and then we went to a park as well afterwards. And me carrying the book around and opening the box, of course, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait until I was home. So yeah, I just sat in the park reading my book, looking at that book. So yeah. Yeah, look. Oh, yarn. It really makes me happy. Some people wonder why it makes me happy, but there's so many colors. The fabric, is it soft? Is it a bit sturdy? Is it rustic? It has so many options. Yeah, it has so many options. So yeah, I have a few things I want to talk to you guys about today. It's been a hell of a week in the sense like I can't believe this week already. It's Sunday again. We're at end of April. Next week it's May. Where did the month go? For me, I'm happy that my time flies by while we're in Corona. I know other people who are getting anxious of being home and getting bored, and that's the good thing about having a hobby like knitting is that time flies. You'll see how much time flies. I have a huge surprise. It's like I'll tell you in a minute, okay? So yeah, these are my acquisitions. Um, Firstly, I'm making a beautiful baby cardigan. As I said, I'm not telling whom it's for, but it's really beautiful. It's called Norwegian Fir. Let me just check where I'm at. I cannot lose my full look at that. I'm just about to yeah, start for the armholes. So look at that. Make sure I don't slip any stitches. Look, look, the detail on the raglan. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I'm making even on the back. I'm surprised how it's going to be. I'm really looking forward to that. I need to knit one more row, I think, and then start doing the armholes. So it is really beautiful. I'm thinking of doing the pattern in the yarn I bought for my friend too. It's really lovely. It just flies when you knit this, like doing the holes here. Um, Actually, I found this pattern on a Facebook group. I just joined a knitting Facebook group this week, and somebody made this, and it was in an off-white. She made it, and I found it really beautiful. So I started looking up which pattern that was. I'll link it down below because I've never heard of that person, but she's got some lovely baby knitting. Even for boys, she got jumpers, she got cardigans, she got hats. It's really everything baby related. And a lot of my friends are in that phase of their life, so I'll be knitting a lot of baby for the moment. So, and I think I'll be knitting for a while as well. It's from OGE Knitwear Designs, but I'll just link everything down below. It's really beautiful. The prices are also right. They're about 7 Canadian dollar, I think. It was something around €5, €4, €5 I paid for the pattern. And the good thing is that I have a lot of friends who are pregnant right now. So yeah, if I know the sex of the baby, I can just change it or change the color. So I'll be using the pattern a lot. But there's, I think, 2 more patterns that I like that I want to knit up. So I'll see. I'll show you guys anyway. So, but look, I'm really in love with the detail, the pattern detail. Look, it's just amazing. To talk a bit about the yarn, um, actually, it has no name of brand. A friend of mine went to a secondhand store about 2 years ago, I think, and she found big bags of yarn. And she is allergic to yarn. She's allergic to wool. And that's a perfect way. Like she was there in the secondhand store and she wasn't sure, there was no labels on there. There was just a plastic bag with yarn in. And because she's allergic to wool, she touched it and she knew immediately it was wool. So it starts tingling on our hands or something. So for me, that's a perfect like a meter to see if it's yarn, yes or no. Because I wasn't there. She was in the store. She texted me or she called me and she's like, "Oh, there's some amazing yarn. Send me some pictures." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And I think there was like €5 for a whole bag, and I still have like 2 kilos left or something. And then there were two colors, the pinkish color and then just an undyed color. And I've been practicing on that. I made a hat out of it as well a while ago. Just that was my trial for the yarn dyeing. So yeah, it was nice. And all of a sudden I remembered I still had this color left. I was like, where is it though? And I started looking and I found the whole bag. So yeah, there are also mini skeins. So yeah, there's a lot of, for me, wires to set in, or threads to sew in. But I just do that as I go. Like when I knit a few rows, I just sew it in. It's easier because otherwise you have massive amount of threads you need to sew in, and for me it's like ends to sew in, and for me it's just as I go, because I do it. How should I say? I make myself do it, because otherwise I don't like it, and then it just lays there and it's actually finished, but you just need to sew the threads in. And yeah, I just do it as I go. I discipline myself by sewing in it directly. So yeah, um, I wish yesterday didn't really knit a lot. I will show you in a minute why. I was sewing a lot yesterday, so yeah, I thought maybe I would have finished this by now, but yeah, I like it. It's got different shades in here as well. I don't know if you see. Um, yeah, it's just how the yarn goes, and yeah, I like it. You can see it's better here. See, it's a bit more purpley. Yeah, it's nice. And it's in the same color scheme that I got for the person who I'm making this. So, because she didn't want to give out the details of the sex of the baby, she sent a color scheme, and yeah, it was on the color scheme, so I was allowed to use it. So, but I did text her, I did send her a picture with the yarn. It's like, is this what you want? Is this okay for you? And she said yes. So yeah, but I'm not telling who it's for. So yeah, lovely baby cardigan. It's got actually one button here at the top. Where's my buttonhole? Yeah, here's my buttonhole. So you will be like one button and it will drape down. Yeah, it's difficult to show now. It's also on the needles. It's still not in the round. So yeah. Good thing is not a lot of purling. It's a garter stitch, so yeah, just knit straight, and you just pull here to make the detail on the sleeves, and you purl 9 stitches or something, and oh, it's so easy. Nobody likes to purl, and especially if you're not knitting straight. If you knit in the round, you don't need to purl a lot, but that's something I don't like about cardigans. Or I should start sneaking. That is something that's on my list for things to do or things to learn. I've never done that before, but I will in the future. Um, yeah, so this is what I've been working on. I'm not sure when I started. I think beginning this week, something like that. So yeah, it's nice. So lovely pattern. I'll link down below. You'll see. Uh, I'm putting just everything on the ground. As you can see, no knitwear today, and my tattoos are visible. Normally, I like to be cover my tattoos up because it's something personal. No knitwear today is because the weather is really beautiful outside. I've been sunbathing and it's really hot out, and yeah, it's a bit too warm to wear a jumper or a woolen jumper. So yeah, um, I'm gonna talk a bit about my tattoos actually. I have 5. This is my new one. It says love yourself. I got that one last November. I think that's important. Love yourself. A lot of people don't do that enough. Um, yeah, it's this weekend was supposed to be the anniversary of me and my ex-boyfriend, and I was supposed to have like a bad day. I thought I was going to have a bad day, and actually I decided, or I didn't really have a bad day. I decided that day that I'm going to spend all my time on me, like really treat myself. I think I ordered a pizza or something. Oh yeah, I did. And I went for a walk. I just did my knitting. I'm watching Gilmore Girls again. I've seen that show at least 11 times. That's my go-to show when I don't feel well or I want something light and breezy. Actually, I think I know all of the episodes. I even know the text of the episodes. I can just mouth with it. But I love that series. I have them on DVD. I've watched them on Netflix. And I just started watching them again. It's for me my feel good series, so it's time to see it again. So yeah, that was Thursday, I think. And yeah, I felt good. And the only reason I had a good day is because I started loving myself. I can be honest, like last year, I wasn't really in a good place. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what my passions were. I was anxious in life. I was always worried that my life didn't go well. And I put so much pressure on myself, and that's not good. You're your worst enemy, you know. As soon as that your head goes crazy, like, oh, what am I doing, doubting everything, and then you're not you anymore. So yeah, I started meditating a lot, reading books a lot. I think I've talked about that before. So yeah, this tattoo was actually a spur of the moment thing. I was in Purmerend, that's the city where my friend lives. It's close to Amsterdam, about 20 minutes. And we were in a shopping mall, and all of a sudden, I had the brilliant idea that I wanted to get a new tattoo. So I just looked it up. It was on a Saturday. I looked it up if there was a tattoo parlor around, and I just went in. I was like, "Can you put a tattoo on my body?" And they did like an hour later. But I have a few tattoos. I have a few big ones as well. I have one on my shoulder. I have one on my leg. They all have their own meaning. I'm not just putting anything on my body. It has to have a meaning. So I got love yourself here. I got be strong on the other side. And the be strong is because I did in vitro a couple of years ago, and I have a huge wish to become a mom. And yeah, after the second round of in vitro, I lost a baby, and that really hurt, you know. And it was a difficult time there as well. And I lost my mom too. So everything all together. And for me, that's just a daily reminder for be strong. Everything will be fine. So I do have meaning of the text that I put on my body. I have some of my ribs as well saying never stop exploring. That is the world, you know, if you're just stuck in your own environment or your own situation, sometimes you need a wake up call or sometimes you need to do something totally different for you to come back to the original person you are. So let me just get a tissue, okay? My nose is running. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, I had to blow my nose, sorry, and I don't want to do that on camera. So as I was saying that sometimes you need to change that, you know, or a click or something needs to happen, something needs to collapse to find the real truth, to find the real person again. And I was on a journey last year. My head exploded. I changed new jobs, broke up with my boyfriend, like everything changed, like my whole world just collapsed. And if I look at it today, we're April, and yeah, I'm doing great. I can't believe it. It's okay. Sometimes I'm still worried a bit about the future. I'm turning 33 this year. I have a huge wish to have a baby. So yeah, I'm not in a relationship right now. So, you know, sometimes it does hurt a bit. But, you know, for me, my biggest issue now is to let go. Let go and trust that everything will work out. So yeah, at the moment I'm focusing on other things, like my knitting podcast. That is really something that makes me happy. It's like talk to you guys every week about what I'm doing, and you know, people can see the enthusiasm on my face, and yeah, even my colleague Flo, I'm talking to you. He doesn't care about knitting, and he asks about the podcast. He listens to it like while he's doing work or something, and people are even like, oh, it was Sunday, it's podcast day. So people are waiting for it. And oh, it's so amazing to get those messages. So I'm really grateful and really brings me joy. And it hopes it brings you joy as well. So yeah, on to a huge, like it grew. It just grew. I don't know how. I don't know when. It just grew. I've been telling my friend that I have. yeah, people during, like, I don't know, I have magical fairies or gnomes working on it during the night. So it just, I told you this before as well. I'm talking about the Trig sweater, of course. You guys saw that I made a purple one for my friend in Amsterdam. Bob's, did you see the end of the previous episode where she thanks me for it? She's so cute on that episode. She was so nervous for making that video, and I'm really happy she did that. And she's a good friend. And as I said, that jumper is just amazing. Double, so DK weight yarn on needle size 5. Not sure which US size it is. I should have looked it up. I'm sorry about that. That's something I'll keep, like, I'll do in the future. Just write everything down so I'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I'll just stop talking and just show you the sweater right now. Really? Look, you can see the beast already. Look, it's done. No, it's not done, but I have a rib here. I have a full sleeve. I just picked up for the second sleeve. There it is. Second sleeve in progress. And then I just have to do the neckline. Can you believe it, guys? Look, look. Last week I was telling you that I still had to do a couple of rounds before I had to bind up for the sleeves to make the armholes, and now I have a full jumper, and it fits perfectly. I should have gone. If I think about it, I tried it on this morning, and I should have gone like a size smaller, but I like my jumpers a bit bigger so it's not tight. And yeah, I've been losing a lot of weight lately, so I'm not sure what my bust measurements are all the time. I do measure, but I'm still being careful, like in case I gain a bit more, like I'm it's a jumper. And but yeah, it's positive ease. It's always good to have positive ease in your jumpers. I will be wearing a t-shirt underneath, or yeah, depending. Look, it's an amazing color. I'm knitting it out of the Hillesvag Tinde in the Rudgul colorway. I've talked about it before. It's still a bit sturdy, but it will be so nice when it finishes up. It's lamb's wool. It's really soft already, but it will soften up more. And I did a twisted rib for the bottom. And I think the cast off I did was knit one, pass one, knit one, purl one, and pass one over. I did that. And I knitted the rib in a smaller needle size. It's not flipping over, so I'm happy about that. I did try on the sleeve, and it's a bit shorter than I expected, but sleeves grow when you block it, so I'll see when it's blocked how long it is. If not, I'll just undo the rib, knit a bit longer, and then because I followed the measurements from the pattern, and it's perfect. It's fine. But yeah, I'll see. Also, I'm on my third skein already, knitting my second sleeve. I still have a skein left. Maybe I'm not sure if I have enough yarn left for for the sleeve though, but yeah, I still have a skein left. So I was actually a bit worried that I wouldn't have enough, but now I have plenty. So yeah, I'm really happy. But see, guys, look, look, it just grew. It's How the hell did that happen? It's I don't know. It's I have no words for it. And I'm the one doing it, and I should realize like how much time I spend on this, but it just goes. And I'm a lot on the phone as well, talking with my friends, and this is a perfect knit while you're on the phone. It's just stockinette stitch in the round. Every sixth round or seventh round, you need to increase, and it's perfect. The other cardigan I'm making, the baby cardigan, yeah, I had to pay attention to when to add the holes or for like the details for the raglan. And so yeah, while I was on the phone, I was counting a lot, so I couldn't do that. Just as soon as my phone went, put my earbuds in, and I just put the baby cardigan aside, started picking up this one, and then just started knitting. And yeah, I did take Thursday off though. Yeah, Thursday was a me day. I didn't feel like working. Yeah. Good weather, knitting. I've got stuff to do. I've got knitting to do. it's my life, knitting. Um, so yeah, but can you imagine? It's almost done. I wish I could have finished it by this weekend, and I probably would have, but I've done something else yesterday. My dad, and that's actually the thing I'm going to talk about next. My dad was wondering if I could make mouth masks. Because, yeah, I don't know if you follow the Belgium or you know something about the Belgium news, but they announced that by May 4th, the companies should open again, or like trying to open again, and by May 11th, my father can go back to work. So, but he need mouth masks, and they suggest the Belgium government that you wear those mouth masks. And my dad is like, if he goes to the pharmacy and buy those, they're paper ones, he needs more because he's constantly in contact with people. So he asked me if I could make some, and I have a sewing machine. I'm not really good in sewing. I can do the basics, like when your pants are too long, I can cut them, I can shorten them. I can I can sew certain things. I did some curtains before, but without the folds in there. It's just basic things, straight line knitting, sewing. Sorry, the heart talks about what the heart wants, knitting. No, so sewing. And I watched the video on YouTube. I actually had a manual that my colleague printed out for me, and I was reading it, didn't really understand it, so started looking on YouTube a few patterns and found one. And then first time I saw the video, I was like, I don't understand this because I don't have that brain that just sees, oh, this is how it goes, and yeah, just sew it myself. I need to watch the video a few times. So what I did then is step by step, and after the second or third step, you understand how the pattern goes, and it's always in the beginning. Um, but yeah, didn't find any elastic anywhere. I know sometimes in the local small shops, there's like in the aisle, there's a small area with sewing stuff like elastics or rubber bands or stuff like that. But I went to 5 stores, 4 in Ghent and one out of the city, and nowhere elastic to be found. I have ribbons in the house, but not enough to do so many. Dad wanted 10. And then I texted my brothers and sisters. They're like, do you need some while I'm making some? I texted a colleague, you want some? And people were saying yes to it. So I got more than 20 I need to make now, and I'm fine making them. It's just I need the material. There is a web shop I can order, and I still need to do that, and they have elastics. So, but that's just me. If I have an idea, I want to do it now, and I want to do it directly, and I don't want to be bothered with it the whole week. So, yeah, I was a bit aggravated that I couldn't find the elastic because, yeah, I didn't have any ribbons, and I couldn't find ribbons in the store. I knew that, and yeah, I'm fine. I'll just order something online, and I can collect it by Wednesday or something. I called them saying, "Oh, do you still have elastic? Can I come pick it up?" She's like, "The store is not open. We only do pickups from your orders online." So I still have to do that. But yeah, I was amazed how much fabric I have in the house. It's like I've been collecting fabric over the years, and yeah, I don't know where I got it. And yeah, people give me fabric. I don't know. While I was on my treasure hunt for fabric, I found 2 packs of undyed yarn. 2 packs. I've got a kilo of undyed yarn, 500 grams of fingering weight, and 500 grams of DK weight. I know where I bought that though, but I forgot I had it. For me, it was like treasure. It was like I was so excited and texted to my friends like, "Oh my god, look what I found!" And yes, that voice is when I get really excited, like finding undyed yarn. So yeah, I still have enough for 2 jumpers to make for myself. So now I still need to order dye, and yeah, maybe in a couple of weeks we'll do that. I'm not really much doing with it right now, but yeah, I will. I've been following a course online as well to dye yarn, so I can do semi-solids right now and just solids, and I'm more into the speckled yarn, so I will try that, but not with the undyed skeins that I have right now. I want to make a jumper out of that, but I'm still looking for which color I want to do, so that will happen when it happens. So yeah. So I've been making mouth masks yesterday the whole day. I finished about 8 of them, so I'm just going to put that away and take the mouth masks. There they are. I've got a few colors. I'm not good. Look at the folds. It's yeah, it's still a work in process, as you can see. As I got 2 green ones. I know the ribbons they don't match, but that's the only ribbon I had left, and I was like, yeah, I'm just making with whatever I have. So I have 2 green ones, and it's got like a pocket at the back for a filter to put a filter in. So yeah, and they can wash it, and yeah, do like this. So I have 2 green ones. Then I found an old tablecloth somewhere. I've never seen this tablecloth. It was in a bag. Must have got like, I know I helped a friend a few years ago with cleaning up her attic, and I think that's where all the fabric came from. Because even the ribbon, this is ribbon I never bought. So I think it's just something she had on in her attic, and I just took it with. I never looked at in the bag. So I've got 2 of those with the black. I did matching with this one, not with the others though. Then I have 2 polka dots. Yeah, I'm sorry, the blue doesn't really match, but yeah, that's what I have. It's to keep you safe. It's not about design, it's not about fashion, it's to keep you safe. So yeah, and it's also behind your back, so I'm not worried about that. So yeah, I like that. I like the fabric. While I was, I think, on the third mouth mask, my needle broke off. Typical, typical. Gladly, I still had some needles left, but the thicker needles when you when you sew jeans, again with the knitting. It's my passion. So if you sew jeans, you need a thicker needle because it's a thicker fabric. So I'm glad I found that. Yeah, but it's not like I can go to the store and just buy new needles. I always go to the same store, and that woman there always helps me because I never know what kind of needles I need to buy for that sewing machine that I have. Um, the sewing machine that I have is actually a nice story. My mom used to sew clothes for me when I was a baby. So that machine is already 32 years old or almost 33 years old and is in a well-kept condition. I take care of it. I don't use it a lot as well, but every year it goes to a shop and it does it cleaning and make sure that everything is fine. And I use the right threads for it. My mom always said, this is the brand you're allowed to use on this machine. Don't use any cheap brands. It will just ruin your machine. It will cost you a lot more than just buying the thread. So yeah, I've been using that thread, not anything else, no IKEA thread, nothing. I just go to the store and buy that brand. Because for her, she said that's the best brand for it, the best thread, don't use anything. So I'm still listening to my mom. Good thing. So yeah, got the red ones. And then this fabric I got in a local store a while ago. It was on sale and I loved it. I actually wanted to make a pouch out of that, but yeah, it's nice. So with ribbons I found, yeah, I wish I could find the elastic and I'll order some online so I can start using the elastic because yeah, now the pattern said that I had to cut about 20 inches, 50 centimeters. Is that 20 inches? Let me just check. 30 inches, 30 centimeters is 12 inch. I have to do 50. Yeah, my head hurts now. I think about 15 inch, 60 inch of thread I had to do. Ribbon I had to cut, but it's a bit long though. If you see, I have plenty left here. So even if I make a bow, it's got plenty left. Yeah, it's nice to do the mouth masks and can't really see myself wearing those, but I think probably we should start doing that. So I have to make some for myself as well. So now I'm making the adult size. I have my cousins as well. I'm making them some as well. So when they are allowed to go back to school, that they can use them. So yeah, it's easier for my stepsister to wash them and not always have to run to the store to buy to buy some new ones. So yeah, that's what I've been doing yesterday, sewing, and it's been a while. So, and actually, I ran out of ribbons for this one, so I just used the same fabric. Um, I didn't stitch on that one. I did on this one, so to keep it better. So I'll see if it starts to unravel, then I'll just stitch over it. But yeah, maybe that's something I need to do. Is oh, yeah, there's still a thread. I need to cut those. No, I'm not doing. Oh, yeah, that's me. Just I still need to cut this. Um, yeah, I've been making mouth masks. So sewing is not something I really do a lot. It's like just repairing t-shirts or pants or shortened pants, or once in a while I'll make some curtains for everybody. Like my parents had some, or a couple of years ago. I helped them with sewing the curtains, and I did it for two friends as well. And yeah, it takes a lot of work. It's a whole weekend sewing curtains. After a while, my back really hurts. And but yeah, why not? Maybe in the far future is something I want to explore a bit more. Yeah, who knows? I like the baby t-shirts or some. Actually, one of my colleagues can knit so really well, and then yeah, she makes nice clothing and skirts and dresses and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And if I do start sewing more, or like get more familiar with it, I want to knit so knit. Okay, I want to sew a pyramid bag. So yeah, we'll see. I have many plans, not enough time. That's typical me. So many ideas, so many plans. So yeah. Um, Mouth masks. So yeah, I've got 8 now. So still got some to do, but I'm waiting until I have the elastic, and maybe next weekend, so on Saturday I will sew again. Who knows? Um, the thing is with the elastic, you sew it in really soon. What I can do is really make everything together and then hand sew it in it, but it's always better and to sew it like to how should I say that? Do it step by step. So yeah, so it's really tight. It's really it won't come loose again. I'm not an expert in sewing. I don't know the sewing terms. I just know how to sew a straight line and do a folded hem, and yeah, that's about my knowledge of sewing. So who knows? Yeah. So yeah, I'm proud. I did have some help though. Yeah. So I'm just gonna stand up for a bit, okay? Sorry. Last week, sorry, that was a bit loud. Sorry if you guys, if you were listening to it with earphones on it. I don't know the own tone of my voice. I can't control it. I'm sorry. When I really get excited, you heard the screeching voice before I go, but I'm really excited. My friends, they really like that because that's so typical me. And yeah, sorry about that. So as I was saying, last week I decided to send some cards to friends. Yeah, and these times I was on an online app and I could send some cards, and people have been sending me cards as well. And it was so lovely. Is I just like the gesture. Even now, people don't send enough cards anymore. Like somebody's birthday is just happy birthday, and they send a text. And I used to get cards for my birthday. My parents still send me cards though, or they give me card when I go there. But yeah, I like cards. It's like so. It started with my friend Bobs. She gave me this card, "Friends to the Moon and Back." And she actually is the person who gave me the idea to start sending cards. So I've been sending to my friend in London, and my other friend in the Netherlands, and my friend who lives in France. So, and I've been sending to colleagues as well, whom I've known for years, and they really grow into good, close people in my life. And actually, I sent 9 cards last week, and 8 of them are colleagues from my old job, or my previous jobs, or my current job. So, yeah, I have a lot of friends I met during my jobs. So, it was nice. So, Pops has sent me this. My parents have sent me this fluffy card, superstar, and it says, "Don't count the days, make the days count. Big kisses, Dad and Fabienne." And she's like, "You're alone now, but alone to be all together again soon. Stay safe." Yeah, I just translated that piece, but it's really nice. She used colors. It's really happy. Yeah, it was upside down. Sorry. Yeah, fluffy superstar card. And then I got a card from my friend Caroline. She said, "Dear Snaz, I'm looking forward to seeing you again, having our conversations with a piece of pie and a huge amount of cup of coffee. Big hug." And then her name, and her son wrote down his name as well. He's really cute. Whenever he sees me, he always gives me a big hug, and he's so cute, their son. And like when we're talking about the future, he's a really smart kid, he listens. And once he said, "If you don't have a baby, I will come and live with you." He was so cute. He was. I went babysitting there like a couple of weeks just before Corona, and yeah, I put him in the bath, and while he was having a bath, we were having a chat. So I was sitting on the ground having a chat with him, and he's so sweet. And he doesn't like his hair washed, so I had to try to convince him to take a dive in the bath so we could wash his hair and make his hair wet. So yeah, he's really cute, and he wrote down his name. Um, I'm I'm lucky to have so many nice people in my life. Yeah, sometimes I'm really surprised that I have so many friends in my life. Yesterday I saw my friend Christine. It was a while since I've seen her. It's always a big laugh and a blast when I see her. We always have adventures together, and she is the one who helped me with the mouth masks as well. And but we made sure we kept our distance, like washing our hands constantly. We were wearing gloves as well because we're in proximity with each other, and yeah, you want to keep safe. And but after a while, you need to see some people, and it was nice seeing her, and we just kept at a safe distance. And normally we always give each other big hugs, and it was like, keep that in mind. We'll just write everything down, like we'll do that afterwards, giving each other hugs. And yeah, it's nice to see friends. And also, I have a lot of creative friends. So with my friend from the France, Winnie, actually bought the yarn for her baby. She's due in a month. It's really nice to talk about the knitting, the yarn. It's like if you have friends with the same passion, it's really great. And yeah, that's why they're your friends as well. And yeah, I'm happy. Okay, it's a long episode apparently. I would like to, and actually, I finished up everything that I want to talk about, and I could chat with you like at least 20 more minutes, but it's just me rambling about life, about yarn, especially yarn. And I've been sewing instead of knitting yesterday. So yeah, see you guys next week. Have a lovely, lovely week. And next week will be May. Can you believe May is already there? So see you guys. Bye bye.